has given us a full slate of Phase 5 that we can marvel over, but when we come to Phase 6, we're looking at a little bit of a bare bones project when we're getting 3 out of the 10 movies revealed thus far. Hello, I'm Joshua D. Faulkner, and today I'm going to be predicting all of the projects coming in Phase 6 and looking at the possibilities of the movies based on the patterns they've done before and how we're going to look and what we should be excited for with the possibilities here. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my prediction, and if you have any other predictions, what you can offer up to the discussion we have today. But coming in right after November 2024, we have a fall 2024 project, and I'm going to predict that's either a Doctor Strange 3 or a Shang-Chi 2, which overall we've already gotten teasers of sort of the reference that Doctor Strange is left on a cliffhanger in Multiverse of Madness, and Shang-Chi, I feel like he's an important enough character that they're definitely gonna at least give him a sequel, if not a trilogy, later down the line. And so Shang-Chi is probably gonna be a likely contender, as well as Doctor Strange 3, which I have a other placement in which I'll have the later. And in November 2024, that's where we get Fantastic Four. In winter of 2024, we got another placement, which is where I feel like the other movie will come out with Doctor Strange 3 or Shang-Chi 2, which it's earlier on in the franchise, and with the Avengers bigger projects coming up near the end, I feel like these aren't huge characters to where they'll tie in specifically to what the end battle is, especially going in between the Avengers movies. And so that's why I sort of put these two contenders at the beginning of Phase 6, whether like just after Fantastic Four. But in winter 2025, I feel this is where we're finally gonna be getting the Deadpool 3 project, whatever they're doing, or maybe it's the first Deadpool movie and they're not completely integrating it with the other two Deadpool movies released by Fox, but that's where I believe Deadpool will finally be showing up into the MCU, because of course they're not going to be revealing him thus far. And in spring 2025, we have Spider-Man 4, the first of whatever trilogy they have with this new contender with Tom Holland showing up. And I feel like with Tom Holland taking his break now, he'll be back and ready to come back in 2024, where they'll start filming and start production on Spider-Man 4, the start of the trilogy, and then the latter two films of the trilogy may come up in Phase 7 or Phase 8, however well they pace it and need him to complete his trilogy in that order. And coming up next, another spring 2025 project, we have Eternals 2 is my guess, because Eternals has a big role on its own thing, and in Phase 4 it feels quite out of place, but it's still introductory because they're introducing so many characters in Phase 4 that it almost has that filler type of content. But I feel like they definitely won't be dropping the Eternals just because it's a huge team that they've already introduced, and so where are they going to go with it next? How are they going to integrate it in the Avengers project? Well, I feel like this may be one of the better places because it's right before the King Dynasty, and if they're somehow a part of the Avengers project, or if they're going to be significant in maybe coming in at the last second, I feel like coming in before King Dynasty will be pretty significant. But of course, next we have May 2nd, 2025, the revealed Avengers, the King Dynasty. And in summer 2025, we got two projects coming before Avengers Secret Wars. And so my first guess is there's going to be a new character solo film, possibly Punisher, possibly some other character we haven't even heard of yet. Of course, Phase 4 and Phase 5 even has been giving us so much new characters, getting the multiverse saga down squat and figuring out what they're going to do. And so I'm really not sure. I think it's up in the air to who we're going to be getting. It could be a completely new character that I'm unfamiliar with. And so I feel like this is where we're going to get one of those new characters that will somehow play into Secret Wars. And that leaves in summer 2025, we're going to be getting our first X-Men film, whether it will be a specific character or an ensemble type of team, because we've gotten so many teams, but of course they're not avoiding the X-Men, and so it makes sense leading into Secret Wars based on the comics, you're getting Magneto as one of the possible villains for that we're going to be getting a bunch of the X-Men or a few of the X-Men starting to introduce, and with Fantastic Four being introduced at the beginning of this phase, it almost begins to click together that it's going to be sounding just about right that in 3 years from now, the X-Men may be revealed a lot more than just with the mutants we already gotten, and then Deadpool possibly coming in the winter 2025 project that I was assuming. So that's just my prediction for Marvel's Phase 6. Let me know down in the comments below how close you may think I may be, and let me know if you have other possible contenders for the MCU Phase 6 that's coming in just a couple of years, and it'll be upon us fairly soon. So that's just all. Make sure to check out my MCU ranking if you haven't seen it already, or make sure to check out my excitement ranking for Marvel Phase 5 and Phase 6 that we have coming of the project revealed thus far. So that's just all. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.